Hello, everyone. My name is Joseph Jones here with Revenue Financial, and I got my favorite, Miss Angela Wilkins, on here. She's our director of marketing and going to be helping out with the agents. What we put together here is a social media one-on-one. This is going to help everyone with getting started, getting people signed up, and ultimately help you make some money. So, Miss Angela, if you want to go ahead, we can dive right into it. You can introduce yourself, and we can dive right into it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Revenue Joe. So today, guys, we're going to teach just a little bit about how to actually navigate through this social media one-on-one guide. It's just a little something to actually get you started, get you pumped for your brand new credit referral business. Okay. So today we're going to start with the introduction, of course. Basically, you're going to be able to actually start with platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, and also YouTube, and those that are actually forthcoming as well, because there's a lot of other ones coming. So any social media platform you can actually take part in and actually start and launch your business instead of actually the traditional old way to promote your business, the boring way or the nagging way where you're telling your family and friends, hey, get started with whatever I'm offering. Let's get you introduced to something that will actually propel your business, because I've learned in business that a lot of people that actually participate in your business are going to be strangers will
Right.
participate more in your business than your family and your friends. That's the
Absolutely.
hard pulling teeth way. This way is a more excellent way, guys. So definitely, again, take part in those new social media platforms, and even the old ones: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, and YouTube. And you'll be able to actually navigate through your business smoothly with actually getting new clients. This part right here is about the copy and paste. So copy and paste, guys, this is fun, very fun, because the business, I call it, it's being recycled. Let's say, for instance, you go to your favorite credit repair specialist or something like that, right? Or a special credit repair page in general. Pretty much anything that you see on social media, you can copy and paste it as if it was your own. So instead of actually like, what do I come up with? How am I going to do, Monday's posting, Tuesday's posting, whatever it may be? You go to the specialist that's already out there, that's gone before you, and they have successful Facebook pages, they have successful, social media pages, and they're growing their business and getting new clients every single day using these same things. So some things that they may use is something that is what they call like a this or that kind of post. And so, for instance, this post right here will be posted. You can kind of beta test on your main profile wall. And I like to actually use Facebook a lot, so that's my go-to. But for you, you can test out, the different platforms that's all over social media. So the profile wall right here, I'm using is actually an example of my husband's account. And pretty much he put this up. Would you take $20,000 or 800 credit score, right? Which one would you choose? And so basically what it's doing is actually bringing your audience in to pay attention to what you're posting. And when you post like this, look, people start participating in what you're posting instead of me saying, join my credit repair business.
Right.
Which one sounds better? This thing right here, this post, or join
Right.
my credit repair business? It's almost like a repellent. So this actually brings them into smoothly. Okay, wow, I'm paying attention to what that the individual is actually posting about. And let me see if they're actually going to stay consistent on what they're actually posting. So that was just one right there on the profile wall. It got 89 comments and actually 15 interactions on that post. That's what you want. You want interactions, you want likes, you want the hearts, you want somebody laughing, whatever the emojis are going to be, you want that happening on your post. So definitely that was a successful post. The next one right here, all three credit bureaus are under fire for reporting inaccuracies and absolute information. That particular post, you're just posting, let's say, for instance, you have a client and you've worked with that client, or even if you haven't had a client yet, let's say you're just getting your business started, right? Again, going back to those credit repair specialist pages that's already in existence, you can kind of pull different things that's generalized for you to actually use to boost up your business. So let's say they had a client on their page that maybe they're working, from a 700 credit score, but they want to go all the way up to the highest that they can go up to, and you pull that. Or let's say, for instance, their client may have had a 500 credit score, or even a 600 credit score, or a 300 credit score, whatever it may have been. that growth period, let's say that 300 went from to 300 to 500, and then it eventually went all the way up to 800.
Right.
That's going to be a success story. So you want to actually participate in taking that information and making it your own. As you can see, again, I said this is my husband's account that I'm actually using as like a case study. And pretty much with this case study, what's happening is it's looking like he's posting this information for himself, right? Instead of him sharing somebody else's content. Because what happens when you share somebody else's content, it eventually goes back to that person. Not saying that they're going to be angry at you for sharing, because like I said, internet is wide open, really. And so basically when you're seeing that information, you don't want to share it, because guess what? If they're a credit repair agent, then guess what's going to happen? That person's going to come back to them. Let's say they're posting a lot more. They're showing a lot more evidence that they're working with clients. Who's going to look more successful? Who's going to look more appeasing to the eye, that they have consistency going on? Is going to be the person that posts the most, right? And so you don't want your business going off to somebody else by sharing their information. Make it your own.
Right.
So,
And I agree with what you're saying there as well, about not always selling and pushing it in people's face, because everything we do throughout the day, we're being sold to. So this
absolutely.
and this is like a sigh of relief. Would you take 20,000 or 800-point credit score? You know, and just like you said, it got 89 comments, which that's awesome.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much, Joe. So here we are with the stories. This is another area, guys, that you can post in. When I'm telling you, sometimes when it comes to what I just shared with you guys about the post and your profile wall, this part, let's say for instance, they don't really comment on that, because think about it, 89 people posted a comment on that particular post that was previous, right? Every time that person or somebody new comes on that post, maybe they may like it, they may share it, whatever's happening with that particular post is a notification that's coming to their phone. Right?
Yep.
If they have their alerts on their phone, that alert is going to be a nagging situation. Let's say somebody's at work, or somebody has a baby that's asleep at the time. They don't want their phone ringing off the woozang because somebody's texting or hitting that post because it's popular. Right. So the next thing that you can do to kind of be more discreet, but it's loud, but it's discreet, is your stories. And stories, I'm telling you, is a hidden secret, because when you're in those stories, you can see exactly whose eyes is on your information. So let's say, for instance, you see a particular person that has hit one of your posts or on one of your stories. You can see, let's say if it was 89 people in the stories, you can see every last one of their profiles right there. And so that's an interaction that you can actually start. Let's say, for instance, in the DMs, they say it goes down in the DMs. So what you want to do is actually say, hey, Sarah, if it's Sarah, or hey, Sam, basically I saw that you like, or you viewed whatever they did, like or view. Right. I use everything as something to get a conversation started. And so basically I would say, hey, I see that you like or you viewed my story. Would you like to have more information on it? And that's just a way that you got an open door, because they saw what you put up. Maybe they did it by mistake, but hey, now they know what you're doing, right? So that is a way that you can actually start inside of your stories and to work social media that way as well. Because when you work social media through those stories, you're going to see a ton of eyeballs in there, even probably more so that would have actually hit the post. They're inside of those stories, because again, some people are, anal about not getting that many notifications, and that could be a distraction for some people. So they don't like to get on the post, but if they see it in your stories, they can discreetly also inbox you as well. Hey, I saw that you had something about a credit repair. How do I get started in that? Or how do I get more information on that? It's more discreet that way. Right. Another thing that you can do right here on this particular side is reels, or they call it shorts. So Facebook has it, Instagram has it, YouTube has them. And most time when you're making videos or content towards credit repair, basically you want to have a short video. Many times ago, it was like where people were doing a whole bunch of Facebook lives and Instagram lives and things like that. Those kind of things, are a little bit draining, because some people will have a whole hour of information and you're like, okay, when are they going to get to the point? Because people's attention span is short these days, and even shorter when social media is making it shorter, because now they have reels and shorts, because the secret success amount of time that you want to give each one of those reels and shorts is about 30 to 60 seconds. Have your message very clear and defined, and make sure that you illustrate that, and make sure it's always going to be like a call to action. You don't want to ever put something out and you never put how do they follow up back with you, through an email, through them clicking a link in bio. You got to give your audience something, a text this number to get the information. You want to give them something so that they can reach back out to you. So that is what you want to do when it comes to those reels and those stories. And then just be creative. Again, you can go to the experts that have already done it before you, and also, just look and see what they're doing and just copy what they're doing. I mean, even if it's a video, you copy, let's say they did a little skit or something like that. You put together your own skit, your own flair, put yourself on camera, get outside of your comfort zone and go for it and have fun doing it. So 5 tips on branding and social media. So you want to define your identity on social media. Because a lot of times, let's say, for instance, a person could have just got into credit repair. Maybe they were doing travel last year. Maybe they were doing insurance, or maybe they have all these other businesses. It's nothing wrong with having multiple businesses, but sometimes you need to have a clear, defined identity on your social media, whether that's actually coming up with individual social media pages, so that you can actually go forth and people know, hey, this page is for social media. This page is for insurance. This page is for credit repair. And this page is for my music career. So it's clear and defined what you're actually posting about. Another thing is making sure that you're on the right platforms. So whatever new platforms are out there, again, you can go back to the old ones, Facebook. We have Instagram, YouTube, Reels. It's so many different ones, but anyways, it's going to be more and more that's coming about. You just want to participate in those right platforms so that you can get your information out there. So those are some free ways that you can actually pretty much put yourself out there and get clients without having to nag family and friends. But I'll tell you also, another good tip is also having a social media person that can actually send out ads for you. If you're not able to do it on your own, find a professional that can actually put together social media ads. Ads is a whole nother thing, because while you have maybe a little bit of reach, the social media ad manager, they know how to target market so that you get more eyeballs on your information that you're trying to portray to your audience. Another thing is being consistent in visuals. You want to use a professional photo, get maybe a photo shoot taken, do things like that, do different things. There's a lot of free things that people can do in their town. They can go to the nearest hotel, nice hotels. You can go out to maybe the beach, anything that is, I'll say, eye candy, a nice restaurant that maybe a lot of people haven't visited yet. Go and do these things on camera, talking about your business, so that basically eyeballs can be on it. Anything that you're portraying, especially when you're putting yourself in it, you want to make sure that it is, basically eye worthy of looking at. So we want to make sure that if we're having a space in our home that we're doing, some content on, we want to have clear backgrounds. We don't want to have a whole bunch of trash and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it makes sense, common sense, but everybody, look, it's not always common, right?
Right.
So you want to make sure that you invest in a ring light. It's very simple to go to Walmart, get you a ring light, get you, if you want your hair blowing or whatever in the video, get you a little fan, anything to do a little different tricks and tips right there from the convenience of your home. Right. So I'm not saying go out there and do outrageous stuff all the time, but hey, have your own personal photo shoots on a consistent basis, and have your face on the different material that you're presenting so that people can get used to you. Another thing is having content strategy. So basically having valuable content related to your brand on a consistent basis. So again, that goes back to, let's say, for instance, you find the information from a real estate person, somebody that's a specialist in that particular industry, and you're just bringing that consistency. You see how they post, maybe they post every day. Maybe they post, 3 days a week. having some kind of schedule towards your content is going to help your audience be able to know how serious you are actually taking your business. And then another thing is engaging in networking. So of course, how we engage on social media, when that person likes or when that person comments, respond back to them. If you're giving, text this particular number and maybe you haven't seen Sarah text that number, now it's time to go and inbox her. Hey, Sarah, I saw that you reached out for some information. I was just trying to give you some more information on what you were reaching out about. And that just jogs her memory just to go ahead and take the next step. And also allows her to know that you're a real person because you're actually interacting. So we don't want to be so robotic. Okay. Another reminder that you can do is just to make your audience like, love, and trust you. That's the whole total goal. Show your face, show your personality, be confident in what you're doing. Also incorporate your family. So if you're out to eat ice cream, or if you're out at the supermarket, or if you're out there at the ballpark, bring your family on these different journeys. And I'm telling you, you'll see how sales will actually start coming, because you're doing different things. And they're like, wow, I can relate to her because, wow, she has a child. Wow, I can relate to him. Wow, he has a child in a wheelchair. He has an autistic child. Different things are going to bring your audience right on in. You eating ice cream instead of just business, business, business all the time is going to be like, wow, they do have downtime. They do travel. They do other things that's fun with their family. So being funny, even, you can incorporate that in. That's what's going to attract your new customers with the content that you're actually building, and then investing in a photo shoot. And then the biggest one, posting consistently. You want to be on a consistent basis posting. If you can't do it yourself, you'll have to actually send all that content. Maybe you took video shoots on, let's say, Monday, and you batch all that content together, done all the videos, and now you're sending it over to your branding team, and they can actually post all the stuff up for you. Yes, it's going to still require your work because your face has to be in it, or your voice has to be in it, or your touch has to be in it somewhere, right? But ultimately, these are the things that will actually help you kickstart your business to the next level. So I'm so glad that you guys thought it awesome to just come and join our team and take part in what we're doing. And we're hoping that everybody has the success that they're looking for, and even more. The resources that you can actually use that I talked about along this small guide is going to be #expert, InShot, Canva, CapCut, Mojo, app called Veed, Chat GBT, and then the notes. So most time when my favorite is notes, guys. When I actually put my notes in my iPhone, I'm telling you, I'll go back to it years later. If it's the same niche of business, I'll go back to it years later and be like, okay, copy, paste, put that post up. Just recycling your content can save you a ton of time. So definitely use these resources right here. Download these apps. Make sure you have enough space for them, and go for it so that your business can explode to the next level. We're looking forward to you joining the team. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope that helps you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Miss Angela. Everyone, like she said, we look forward to you guys joining the team. Get out there and market for your family and friends to join the team. And this is going to be an awesome journey. Please just continue to reach out to us if you need help or anything. We're here for you. And thank you for joining Revenue Financial.